Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to get to know one of the most dynamic and powerful figures in the Tarot, the King of Wands. Seriously, if you've ever wanted to tap into that energy of a true visionary leader, well, this is the card that'll show you exactly how to do it. Let's dive right in.
Right at his core, the King of Wands is all about action. He's not just a dreamer with a bunch of great ideas. Nope. He has the wisdom and the real world experience to take a brilliant concept and actually make it happen. This card is all about completion, achievement, and seeing things all the way through to the end. So, who is this king really? To truly get him, we need to decode the amazing symbolism that's packed right into his card. Okay, so every single detail you see here tells a piece of his story. That wand he's holding, it's not just a stick, it's actually blossoming. That's a symbol that his ideas are alive, they're growing, they're thriving. And look at his throne. It's covered in lions and salamanders, which are classic symbols of fire, strength, and transformation. And you see that little salamander biting its own tail? That's all about infinity and having that unstoppable drive to push past any obstacle in your way. Even his clothes, that bright orange robe and that crown shaped like flames, they just scream pure fire energy. So it probably won't surprise you at all to hear that astrologically, this king is deeply tied to the fire signs of the zodiac. That's Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Just think about that passionate, daring, and super charismatic energy. Yep, that's the King of Wands in a nutshell. All right, so what does it mean when this king shows up upright in a reading? This is him in his element. This is where all his most positive, empowered, and inspiring qualities really get to shine. The upright King of Wands is that leader everyone just wants to follow. He's got this calm confidence, the kind that comes from real experience. This isn't some rookie. He's failed before, and he's learned from it. He motivates people not by forcing them, but through his own passion and his incredibly clear vision. People just naturally flock to him. They believe in where he's going, and they want to be part of that journey. So, how does this play out in your love life? Well, there is never a dull moment. He's a really passionate, protective, and just unbelievably charismatic partner. But, and this is a big but, he needs his freedom. He's drawn to partners who are just as independent and strong as he is. Any kind of neediness or clinginess will make him feel totally overwhelmed, and honestly, he will run for the hills. Now, for your career, this card is fantastic news. It often means you're either in or about to step into a respected leadership role, like a mentor or a boss. And if you're thinking about starting a business, this is a huge green light. It's a sign that you have the vision and the drive to make it a real success. And with money, he's wise, he's in control, and he knows how to manage his finances really, really well. But here's the thing about a powerful force like fire. It can be destructive if it isn't controlled. So when the King of Wands shows up reversed, we start to see his shadow side, the warnings and the potential problems we really need to watch out for. And wow, this slide just lays it all out, doesn't it? That inspiring visionary leader can become a forceful tyrant. That healthy confidence turns into pure arrogance. Boldness becomes recklessness and making impulsive bad decisions. His controlled, purposeful fire just becomes a wildfire of ego and ruthlessness. In relationships, this shadow side is just toxic. The reversed king can be bossy, controlling, and just deeply arrogant. At its absolute worst, this card can be a warning sign of a partner who is abusive, unfaithful, or just completely unreliable, always breaking promises. And sometimes, this card can also be a mirror, asking you to check in with yourself. Are you the one being too forceful in your relationship? Career-wise, the reversed king is interesting because it tends to show up into totally opposite extremes. On one hand, it can mean you're being completely passive. You're lacking focus, just waiting around for opportunities to fall into your lap. Or, on the other hand, it can represent the office bully, that rude, domineering boss who leads through fear instead of inspiration. And neither of those paths leads to any kind of real long-term success. And it's not just your career that suffers. When it comes to your health, the reversed king is a huge red flag for burnout. You might be pushing yourself way too hard, just going a million miles an hour, and you're headed for a crash. It's a sign to slow down, reduce your stress, and find some balance before your body forces you to stop. Okay, so we've seen the light and the shadow, the good and the bad. So what's the big takeaway here? How can we harness that incredible positive power of this king? Well, this section is all about actionable advice, coming to you straight from the throne.
The king's advice is actually pretty clear. First, take control. Don't just drift through life. Lead it with a really clear vision of where you want to go. Second, lead with passion. Let your determination be that spark that inspires everyone around you. And third, and this one is maybe the most important, act with integrity. True leaders, the great ones, they uplift people. They don't dominate them.
And hey, if you're just looking for a quick and simple answer to a question, the King of Wands could not be any clearer. His energy is all about moving forward, about success, and about taking charge. It is a powerful, resounding yes.
So ultimately, the King of Wands represents this powerful potential that's inside all of us, the ability to lead our own lives with vision and with passion. He's offering you the throne, the chance to take control of your own kingdom. So the only question left is, how will you choose to rule? With inspiration or with force? The choice is always yours.
We've created a beautiful Tarot Infographic Handbook and a Learn Tarot coloring book too. Check them out using the link in the description. See you next time.